I guess when you live out in the void, you make clothes from what you can get. So you're skinning, void lords and stuff like that.
3, 2, 1.
All right. Well, welcome back to another episode of Server Restart In. It's a weekly World of Warcraft podcast with three opinionated players who like to get together to discuss their thoughts about the current state of the game. My name is Jim, joined by Kristen.
Hello.
And Brian.
Malo.
Hello, Malo. And Mahalo? Yeah. I don't know. And
Smello?
Kristen decided to log into the beta to try the talent trees out, and I've heard nothing but curses.
Yeah, because
no.
Oh my god, it's so frustrating. It's the same problem. Resto Druid. Tranquility. Been a skill for a long time. They're removing it and putting it in the Resto tree. Instead of just taking something and maybe making a skill where it's like, oh, you can move. Because we used to be able to move with Tranquility for like one expansion. And it was great because it didn't feel bad to cast it and then get fucking knocked out of it because that, felt really crappy. But no, they have to take stuff away to give it back to us. That feels terrible. Like, I don't understand how they don't understand that. Taking shit away only to give it back to us in another form is stupid. It feels bad. It feels
that
lazy.
sounds smart for a company that charges money per month.
It feels lazy, and like they're not doing all their. Oh, let's just take this away and then give it back in this form. Yeah,
the
that's
gator strikes again.
So frustrating. I'm so frustrated with it. It's unbelievable.
Oh,
Super frustrated.
It's unbelievable.
Oh.
Sorry, I was trying
He's trying to make a joke and
note.
she's not having anything.
I know.
Yeah, sorry. I'm still trying to do they
moved a bunch of stuff around, and she's hyper focused on trying to pick talents.
They took out my talent. They left photosynthesis in, but they took out the talent that works with it.
The Nature's Grace? No. That sounds like a druid spell, but I don't think it is. No, I'm not. Yeah, I don't. Because it was on the same thing, right? It was a choice talent between the two.
Yep, and then they fixed it, and now they've ruined it again. Oh no, wait! I found it.
Okay.
They changed it. They changed the name of it.
But it's the same talent?
Yeah.
Okay.
They ruined the fucking name though. Sons
God
of bitches.
damn it.
Ruined it,
Why
man.
rename things? That's like, that would be like if they came back in and like Anduin had a new name and it was like
Dandwin.
Dadwin? Because he's old. Like Dadgar.
Oh.
Who's coming back, by the way. He will be in this expansion,
that.
so it'll be nice to have your unhelpful mage back around.
Yeah.
Where did the one go?
So let's see. Where are we sitting at with stuff that's actually happened in the game? The Winds of Wisdom buff is active now in retail, which is the 50% experience buff up until Dragonflight launch. So similar to the one they had in Classic that was there until Wrath launched. So it has made it now a perfect time to go level Death Knights on the Alliance side. You shake your head, no.
Yeah, I shake my head no too. I'm shaking my head.
But I've got 2 up to 50 now. I'm going to get them all up to 50 and then take them through Shadowlands. I already got 1 at 60, so... But I got my Dark Iron Dwarf up, so I got the Heritage Armor for that. I did the Void Elf, got that Heritage Armor, which is kind of goofy looking. And now I'm on the Light Forge.
Oh, what is theirs? Yeah, what is a Void Elf Heritage Armor?
It's kind of elfy with like a bikini top, almost. It's kind of goofy looking, and it's got like the stupid like void wings on it. And
it's a Rendorai.
Yeah. Yeah, they had to come up with a new name.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and it's got the goofy like shoulder effects. Like I don't like those. They look like stupid wings, and it's just like, and if they were like the tentacle effect or something like that, that would be better. But no, they're just like
got some major like arcane mage vibes to it.
Yeah, and they're void elves, and that's not their shtick. It's void magic. I don't know. It's not my favorite, that's for sure.
Yeah, how would they have heritage armor?
Because they're not undead.
I mean, you're not wrong. So
but no, like every allied race that they added came with heritage armor immediately.
Shit. I know, but when you think about it, like
they've only been gone for like 30 years.
But they weren't. But I thought she was the first void elf, though.
Ilaria?
What's her name?
No.
Yeah.
No. Because
she wasn't.
No, because you go back to Silver. No. What's the woods? Tranquillin? Where's Tranquillin at? Ghostwoods? Whatever.
Ghostlands?
Ghostlands? Yeah, the area outside of Silver Moon City.
Mm-hmm.
And like you find all these journal entries of an elf that was dabbling in the void magic and got banished or some shit like that, who kind of started. That's why there's not a lot of them. Because, I mean, I guess they kind of been slowly bringing up their numbers, but it was like forbidden magic and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure it was before the Scourge attacked Quel'Thalas. No, is that the city? Silver Moon City?
Silver Moon? Or are you trying to like you're talking about this?
Is Quel'Thalas the
Eversong Woods? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, Eversong Woods. Like before all that.
Quel'Thalas is like the whole place.
Okay.
Silver Moon, yeah, all the zones together. Quel'Thalas, I don't know, something like that.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure that stuff started happening beforehand, and she was just kind of merged with it from because she was gone after it started, and then was gone off in space for 10,000 years relative time, I guess. I don't know, fighting the Light Wars, with Turellian. Yeah. And so she wasn't really, I don't think, exposed to it till she came back to Argus.
Oh, I guess that makes sense, yeah.
I think, which was after the fact, and then I think they sought her out kind of thing. Or she started looking into it because she knew about all this shit going on inside her head. Telling her to kill Sylvanas and all that stuff, which, come on.
Like, man.
Yeah, who wants to do that shit? But, so, yeah, no, it's been around for, I think, a while, but not that long. But I don't know. I guess when you live out in the void, you make clothes from what you can get. So you're skinning, void lords and stuff like that, and making weird purple clothes.
That's fair.
Yeah, so, yep, perfect time to level alts right now. It's good times for all. Yay.
Well, you guys gave up on Lich King really quick, didn't you?
Well, I'm trying to get this done, and I'll be back to Lich King. Don't.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, I'll still play Lich King. I mean, I'm just waiting to see if I'm honest.
It's been out a week, and I finally made it to Northrend. I spent the whole week and a few weeks prior getting my professions ready to go
Yeah.
because I wanted to do it all together, and it took just that long. So I actually started day before yesterday for officially
Okay.
in Northrend. So as soon as what is it, the violin or whatever hit in Howling Fjord, I melted. I couldn't handle myself.
It's good music.
It felt so good. I could almost remember exactly where I was and what I was doing in that was 08, end of 08. At that point in time, it was amazing. Just the feeling of it. Oh gosh, it just hit so hard. It was like, oh, I love it. But the cool thing is, like, it's been just casual enough where I don't feel super pressured or anything. I'm having a great time, and it's just fantastic. I even ran the first dungeon in Utgard Keep again, right? And it was actually challenging. Like, I don't remember it being that challenging, but it really was. So it was really cool.
Cool.
Yeah, I haven't been. Kristen hasn't been
I don't
available to play.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I have other Death Knights to level. I mean, one old Death Knight that's not even like the OP original version of Death Knights when Wrath launched is not a big deal because their patch 3.3 version, which was a balance patch. So Death Knights aren't as OP as they were in the beginning. Oh yeah. The class,
really?
Yeah, the class balance, the patch.
Balance?
Class
Did you balance what?
talents.
I can't talk. The
You got this.
the patch.
Oh, is that when they moved from tanking frost to tanking blood?
I still
Because
think
they changed that in.
Yeah, it was kind of changed, and I guess it is at that point now. Blood's not the DPS spec anymore that it used to be, and I don't know. It's a later.
It used to be.
You had to spec frost,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, and then they changed it at some point.
Yeah,
That
so
I don't remember.
It's kind of annoying because I wanted a chance again to play through his blood DPS and like do the things I never did before, like play the game well, and have a chance to, but it's not that anymore, and that's fine, I guess. But it's just, it's sad. It's a bygone era.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. It's funny. I guess the raids opened up this week.
Yeah, I actually saw the first server for Eye of Eternity. Actually just hit about an hour or two ago.
Eye of Eternity.
Yeah, at least that's what it showed on the thing.
Is that?
It was that's the Malagos fight.
Oh, duh. Okay, I keep thinking it's just Nax.
Yeah.
I don't know why I keep thinking, but
I know. Because it's the only one that matters.
They World of Warcraft put out a tweet, and it was about the Hygen fight, and it was just like, you got to make sure you do your warm-ups before doing the safety dance, and it was just a group of Alliance characters just doing the /dance emote, and Hygen's just looking at them from the distance, watching them in a corner all just dancing. It was pretty funny. Yeah, no, they made some changes to Nax, and
oh, really?
Yeah, they set out a blue post. The Warcraft devs said Warcraft rating starts today. Since we last tested Naxxramas in the Wrath Classic beta, we've made a number of fixes to the raid. Don't be surprised if attempts to skip bosses lead to disappointing results.
Nice.
So I guess that people had found a way to skip bosses and whatnot. So they put roadblocks in for that, I guess.
Or old bugs or something, or exploits.
Could be, because some of them are fixed, some of them aren't. Because there was, like, somebody got like a world first. I don't know if it was a class and or a race, but it was a bug where you go fight some things and it spawns other things and they keep giving you XP, and it was some bug that they never fixed. But they apparently fixed most of the bugs for the Battle of Undercity. Yeah.
I'm surprised to hear like it was that bad. Like people didn't want to play it. So.
Oh yeah, they resolved a lot of issues. They said there may still be some. It's still possible for the event to become stuck on occasion, but the most pervasive issues are now resolved. And they say you may have to go speak to the Zidormi to enter the phase again and restart. Sorry if you were in the middle of it and got fucked, but it's just like
it was one of the first
scenario type
phase.
Thing.
Yeah, wasn't it? Wasn't that like them showing off their phasing technology or whatever it was originally?
I guess, but the Wrathgate area was kind of phased because you had it. You had the before the assault on the Wrathgate version of it, and then the after one where it was all on fire and everybody's running around screaming. Remember ever flying through that area after you did? All you just hear is people screaming and running around on fire.
Yeah,
yeah.
The funny screams. They were like,
yeah, like that, but better.
Screams are funny.
Yes, but I mean that was a major area, and it was just a scenario. I mean, think about it, it probably really led to like the scenario quests and all that stuff. And it's
did you just scenarios from Myst? Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
What a poor short-lived feature.
It'd be nice to have them back.
I guess it evolved, but
I guess it became islands, didn't it?
Did it? I mean, I'm thinking more like chained. Oh gosh, I don't know.
Scenarios you just queued for, and
it didn't really do anything. I guess in that case, it just died then.
It did. It after Myst.
Because that was a 3-man dungeon, right? That's kind of what it was.
Kind of. It was like you went into like a small area, did a bunch of stuff as events happened. As the events progressed, and it's kind of like the Broken Shore events are kind of like that. Like when you first enter Legion and you assault the Broken Shore, it's kind of like you got those events. Now those were obviously more people, but it's kind of like islands.
I remember the monkey one where there was like little islands.
Yes, that was.
Yeah, you had to run between the little islands or something like that.
I think that was one. There was also the one where you had to fight a bunch of like the sprites in one of the like little panda villages, and they were always on like the beer barrels or something like that.
Yeah, you had to roll in a beer barrel in one of them too. I think you had to do it in the dungeon too, but there was one where you.
Yeah, scenarios were fun. It'd be nice to see something like that back.
Oh, I mean, think about it. Like, really, Pandaria's right around the corner. Pandaria Classic,
Yeah, skip Cataclysm and go straight to Panda.
Well, especially if we're like, if BC lasted a year and a half, and that was it, right? I mean, there's no way that Cat is going to last a year and a half, right? Like, it's probably going to.
Cat was a full expansion.
Oh, I know it was, but I'm not sure that anybody wants to be in it for that long. Especially without, like, if they wind up leaving out... So they left out looking for dungeon, right? Or looking for group dungeon, whatever.
Yeah, the dungeon finder. Yeah.
Then are they going to leave out the raid dungeon finder too? Because that was a feature in Kata at the very end. Just like, Lich King had the dungeon finder at the end, so...
Yeah, I don't know.
If so, Cat is going to be kind of a turd.
Well, the dungeon finder wouldn't make sense to introduce until the Deathwing raid anyway, because that's the only raid it existed for, right?
Right. Yeah. No, yeah, that's true. I guess they could go backwards with the dungeon finder. I didn't think about that. But yeah, no, it's a good point. Now, I bet you they won't hold it out. I think they will bring it back at that point.
Yeah.
Although it'd be kind of awkward to have a automated raid finder, but not a dungeon finder. And maybe they bring that back, but like at the end of Lich King, maybe they're just waiting to let folks experience without it first.
Maybe people said they didn't want it, but I don't know. There was some data mine transmog sets that are, spoiler alert, potentially hitting at a 6th Dragonflight. Because you got the main colors, but then there's also the infinite Dragonflight.
Oh.
Yeah. So I don't know. Apparently,
They're not a real Dragonflight.
yeah, there's already been some confirmation that in the pre-patch event, there's going to be an updated Ulamon dungeon for it, and that involves the Dragonflight, infinite Dragonflight in that dungeon. So, I mean, obviously they're going to have some sort of role to play in this. So,
They don't give you any pants as a
Walker?
yeah.
You get leg guards.
Yeah, you get leg guards but no pants.
Why do you have scales?
I guess, but you don't have pants. You have a breastplate thing, but you don't have pants.
You have enough to cover where you're.
Or anything like that?
A what?
You have a breech
penis
cloth.
blocker.
A breech cloth.
Cod
yes.
piece?
A breech cloth.
No, I mean, if you have a breastplate, then you're gonna have a cock.
You do. You have
Block.
a breech cloth.
Yeah.
You do.
Well, if you think about it, right? The armor only really needs to cover your vital organs, and you have a femoral artery, so you have like the greaves that cover your thighs, and you have your chest plate to cover all those organs. But your knees on down, you can live without those.
Yeah, I mean,
They just call you Stumpy.
all right. Oh man,
No, so
fucking evokers.
they're not bad. It's an interesting class. They got some interesting mechanics. Like they got the breath mechanic that you can charge up to like 3 levels before you let it go. and
Is
stuff.
that the one where you fly over and breathe?
No,
Fire?
that's a different one. This is like just a straight conal breath attack from the ground.
Oh,
Pretty much just ripped off of the Dragonborns from D&D. You know, like your color dragon breath attack. And I didn't play much of it, but like their flight mechanics are pretty neat. They're just like limited version of like the dragon riding stuff. So it's neat to be able to do it on a character, to be able to jump and glide and all that stuff and get the momentum and do like the dive and the swoop. And
Oh,
do you still ride a dragon too?
I think you can, yeah.
I don't like this. They gave us the human. I don't want to be a human. I want to be a blood elf. I'm on the horde side. I want to look like a blood elf, not a human. Like, they use the human.
Sorry?
Ugh.
Nothing like...
No one's gonna know what you're talking about at all.
Nothing like they
Nothing
use
like-
the human rigging, the human body for the visage for the dragons. They didn't like. I thought if we were blood elf, because the blood elves are the more humanoid, right? So all of our dragon aspects have taken on blood elf forms. Aside from Chromie, who is a
Calicos.
gnome. Calicos is human. Okay. So on our side, like they're usually just blood elves or humans. Those are usually the forms they take. You don't see a troll dragon aspect.
A Tauren.
Or a Tauren dragon
You do.
aspect.
Ebonhorn.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
They,
Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Plus.
But still, I don't want to be a
Plus-
stinky human. I don't play Alliance. I don't want to be a human.
This coming from somebody that said the minute they put cross-faction guilds in, I'm going to play a night elf.
Yeah, because I don't want to be a human. Humans look like shit. They revamped them and they look so bad. Like, they looked way better before they did their little thing where they made their eyes look like they're, like, super surprised all the time, you know?
I mean, if you lived in a world full of mystical creatures, don't you think you'd be a little surprised?
I mean,
Oh.
I suppose, but it's still terrible. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible.
I don't know. I didn't mess around with it that much.
It's not great.
I'm pretty sure I made a male Dracthyr anyway, or a body type 1 Dracthyr.
I mean, they really did a great job with the hairstyles, and I wish that they would give these hairstyles to everybody else because they're pretty cool. But
Is there any physical difference from a male to a female Dracthyr?
no.
Not the Dracthyr form, but the visage form, yes.
Okay, sure.
Like when you're in your
Yeah, which is I don't even understand that. Why am I not male?
You have to select the body type. Yeah, you have to go back to the character creation and pick, I think, when you create the character before you go into the customization, that's where body type is at the top.
Oh shit.
I see, now we just unlocked a whole nother path for her to go down.
Oh shit.
And just nothing like getting live reactions of somebody interacting with something new for the first time.
Oh yeah, I'm terrible.
And getting mad about it.
I'm terrible. I don't like new things. Just gonna throw that out there. I am not a fan.
And these newfangled races, and wow, what the heck?
Yeah,
Just
I
give me
don't-
my 6 races.
Bring back my old stuff.
I
Damn
don't
it.
like new things. God damn it. Secondary color.
But yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of stuff to do for the Dracthyr customization. There's a lot of options to go through, especially since
Yeah, there are.
well, especially since you can customize your character's armor, like the dragon armor, like when you're wearing it, which most of it doesn't change, but apparently there are some pieces that if you equip, they show up on that character at that form. I don't know, it's weird, but it is weird. But they're not Death Knights, so I don't care.
That's fair.
But
Fair for you.
yeah, so let's see. Rasping out. Let's see. There's a few releases of some. Oh, they released the talent calculators in on Wowhead for the crafting, so you can look at those.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
and they're similar to Legion artifacts. So you have a node that you level up in, like, so like just looking at mining, right? Mining has mining, processing, metallurgy, and mastering the elements are the 3 different main trees, right? And inside each one there's a tree. You level it up to a certain thing, it gives you the option then to unlock a new path to kind of spread down, and like you need, I guess, a mining level and knowledge, and it lets you put in how much knowledge you need to get it. And like
What is knowledge?
I think knowledge you get from doing it. I'm not sure where you get knowledge from.
You get knowledge for doing it, Jim?
Yeah, you get knowledge for doing it, and like
I will be broke all the time.
they add the shut up. They add in the
Wow.
Oh.
he just
Okay, hold on. Lead me to this. I'm on Wowhead.
hold
Where
on.
would I go?
I will send you a link in the voice chat text. And then you scroll down a little bit, and it'll have all the professions. You can click on them. It's pretty neat because, like, if you go into blacksmithing, there's 1, 2, 3, like 4 specialties: armor smithing, weapon smithing, specialty smithing, and hammer control. And
Interesting.
And so you can level them up certain ways with when you start gaining knowledge. And it's just like armor smithing, you got your basic armor smithing, then you got large plate armor, sculpted armor, fine armor. And then like fine armor goes down to like belts, wrist, and gloves. So you can specialize in one of those. Large plates like chest and legs and shields and stuff like that. So you can focus on those, and it just gives you more abilities. Like if you want to focus on a certain type of armor, or you can focus on weaponsmithing, different metal weapon types or specialties, which are like tools, stoneworks, and smelting. So you can make reagents or components and stuff like that. And they got hammer control, which allows you to like get better to get more inspiration or have a chance to use less reagents when you're crafting and stuff. So it looks like it's a really in-depth system, and it looks pretty damn neat. It's definitely something.
I hope it's really good.
It's definitely different, right? It's not, and I don't know how you gain knowledge, right? I don't know if it's like from doing things you get it or what, but that's like you get your skill up in the base thing, plus you earn talent points, basically knowledge points that you spend to get better at it. So it's kind of like another artifact power system, but you're not farming it. I think you probably get it while doing the thing, which is, I don't know, I think it's pretty neat. I think that'll be fun.
Does their UI in Wowhead reflect the game's UI?
I think so, yeah.
They got some wicked animations, dude.
Oh, and
That's
Wowhead?
pretty cool. Yeah.
Well, if you think about like,
Oh, I'm so stoked. I am so, especially after playing through the profession paths again in Lich King, like, oh gosh, like, so painful.
well,
And Lich King was like the epitome of pain in terms of professions, I think.
it was so.
Or was it Kata? It might have been Kata. Oh, geez, I don't even know.
They were all
Remember,
bad
'cause
up until BFA.
Well, they
split
didn't
them.
change. They didn't add in like additional skill ups and the painful gaps until later on. I don't know if that was Kata or not, but this one is bad. Like, oh, it's so.
Well, yeah, getting up to Northrend stuff sucks. Mining's pretty easy, but blacksmithing, it's just like you need way
so
more.
bad.
You need to just like have so much shit.
It annoys me that they left out LFD, but they wouldn't even like. Why not like fix little things like that? Because in the end, it's not about the experience there. Like, I don't know.
I don't know either. I think that this is going to be a good thing going forward. I don't know if they'll ever back this up into like earlier ones. At least, you know what I mean? Because I guess they probably won't, because they'd have to rework every previous expansion.
Oh yeah, no, I mean that. I wouldn't expect that. Like,
well, I think they
Who
did a really
cares?
good job in BFA when they said,
no,
okay,
absolutely. Like that was the way to go the whole entire time. That should have been.
Yeah, they split it up into, okay, here's BFA leveling for your professions, which is separate. Everything's been separate. So you got Classic, BC, Wrath, Kata, and all that
That's
stuff.
when you look at the professions, even when you're leveling up, they're not beneficial to the level you're at, anyways. Most of the gear that you can craft, even for blacksmithing at Lich King, if you're DPS, and chances are 90% of plate wearers are, you can't start getting DPS gear to craft until like level 71 or 70 or something like that, right? So and it's one, and then finally it starts going up. You can craft tanking gear at like 68 or 70 or something like that, but not DPS gear. So the fact that you got to go all the way up just to get to that point to start the profession in the expansion doesn't mean you get anything from it. You just get to be with the experience. And them fixing that in BFA was so just night and day, dude. They should have rewound that back into the classic versions just because, like, of that point alone, because it is nice to have a profession and do something with it. But it's not fun to have to freaking play catch up.
You're
Catch up was
welcome.
painful then.
Yes.
It is now.
Yeah, Kristen's making jokes in Discord. Yeah, I did. I think I did see that hairstyle. The Evokers have a hairstyle called Super Scion.
No, it's just called Scion.
No, it's not.
Oh, it is Super Scion. You're right.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and she likes to make a Dragon Ball joke that says, "I'm not just saying, I'm Super Saiyan." You know.
So yes,
And
that
so-
transferred over to I'm not
Yeah.
just Scion, I'm Super Scion.
And yeah, and she thinks it's the best joke ever
I do.
because it's close.
To the best joke ever?
Maybe,
Okay. All right. Right on.
but yeah, no. BFA did a good job with fixing professions to make them less cumbersome, and then they added in the relics so that you could take older level things and make them for higher levels. Right? You could get like the relics, and you could make something at a higher level. Old school recipes, you could make them so that you could use them at higher levels, which was nice for leveling because you could get something like an old blue weapon from Classic era that you could craft, like the Lion's Fang or something like that. Or maybe that was Mist or something like that, but you could craft it, and instead of it being like the base item level for Mists, you could pop in a Relic 6 or something like that, and it would jump the item levels up to pretty close to usable. So that gave a little bit of life into it, but I think this new system is gonna be pretty decent, so I'm looking forward to it. That might be the first thing I do when I log in, is just work on professions. After I eventually maybe get over there. Okay, Battle Cat. He woke up from his nap. Shut up. And let's see. I don't think there was really a lot else that went on, in other Blizzard news. Overwatch 2 launched, and apparently it was hell.
Really?
They were DDoSed to hell. There was a big uproar because I think they initially were basically saying that anybody that wanted to play had to have phone authentication or a phone tied to the account so they could validate the person, and it couldn't be like a prepaid phone or it had to be a phone that had a contract. So a lot of people they received a lot of pushback. A lot of people are saying, they're just trying to keep poor people from playing because they can't afford regular phone contracts because they get the pay-as-you-go kind of phones or whatever. And it's just like, I don't fucking know.
Half of the world lives off of pay-as-you-go phones. Like,
Well-
we're the only country that really does contract-based shit at all.
Well, I mean, I think that's probably wise, because part of the reason is because people here could circumvent bannings and stuff like that by buying a new throwaway phone, and stuff like that. That's probably like one of the initial reasons, and they probably went a little too far. They need to have another way to authenticate and all that stuff rather than just a
They're
phone.
really bad about doing shit like that.
Well, supposedly I think they walked it back. So I think I saw some stuff about it. I'm not 100% sure because I haven't played it, and I'm probably not going to, even though it's like
I'm not going to either.
it's free to play, which is whatever.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
It's
Because
free
the
to-
other one cost like $60 when it came out, I think.
Yeah, it's free to play, but you have to have a phone contract to play it. No, they
So
were
weird.
I guarantee you somebody made like, this is a great security thing.
The
because-
gator.
Yeah.
That gator man is busy.
Well, it's a different gator. It's not it's not the time gator. It's the other gator.
It's a real gator, real alligator.
Yeah. it's the access gator, right?
Mhm.
You got the time gator and the access gator. But I don't know.
Crazy.
It was apparently a really shitty launch, and which, I mean, I don't know. Doesn't surprise me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even, I mean, they probably had queues, disconnects, and all of a sudden people are saying stuff like, you can't play the game, but you can sure as shit go in to the cash shop and buy things, no problem.
What else is new?
But
That is kind of funny, actually.
That is kind of funny. Yep.
I mean, it runs off of completely different servers and servers.
No, I know, but like
No,
you can't tell people, like, there's no way people are gonna know about that. Oh man, so funny.
Yeah, I don't know why people. I don't know. It's one of those games I played a little bit of back in the, a while ago and stuff like that. But if they put something in there where you can play it and earn things in WoW, I'll probably go in and play. Like I did Hearthstone, or Diablo and whatnot, and get things for WoW. But other than that, it's like maybe in a couple months, if I get bored, I'll install it and see what it's about. It's probably exactly the same, but with different characters and different moves. Yeah, or I could just go and...
Yeah, I never got into the other one, but...
I played it a little bit. It wasn't bad, but, like, I don't play those kind of games and learn, like, the metas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where
that's the worst part about a lot of them, is that you just...
It's like, if you're like, well, I'm going to be this character. Okay, well, you have to play it this way to be effective.
Yeah.
And it's just like...
It's frustrating.
That's not fun.
It's not fun. It's like trying to go back and play Team Fortress 2. It's the exact same fucking thing. If you pick a character and you don't know what the fuck you're doing, like if you play the medic and you don't know what you're doing, that you're supposed to follow the fucking soldier around and just constantly keep him fucking healed up and get like the super buff on him or whatever. I don't know. That's one thing I guess I've seen. But yeah.
Easy.
Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really got much going on. It's like we got a couple more months, month and a half, or
just shy
of 2 months before Dragonflight comes out. So I might have to jump on the beta a little bit more to take a break from leveling Death Knights, because I want to try and maybe see if I can get all the Alliance ones done before then. Which I probably could. It goes by pretty quick. I went to go do Chromie Time and do Cataclysm, because I'm like, just going to try going through them all. Well, you can't actually start Cataclysm proper till you hit level 30. Because you have to have flight for those zones. For most of those zones. Which is dumb. So you have to do like normal like Classic or BC quests. And like go to the hero board and pick a zone and go do stuff. I'm like, fuck this, I'll just do Legion. Like, I'm not fucking...
Yeah.
It's like, I'll just do something I know that I can just blow through rather than slog through 20 fucking levels just to go do another 20 levels in. Finally do Kata content. Kata is not that much fun. It'd be neat to see it from the other side, and maybe towards the end I'll do one of them that way just to kind of... I was doing WAD on one of these characters, and it was kind of interesting to see some of the Alliance quests and just see some of the things, because I didn't know that one of the Dark Iron Dwarves, the Dark Anvil guy that makes your shit when you get your level 50 stuff, you have to go rescue him from an Iron Horde encampment, and it's basically like Iron Man. He had built like a fucking little golem suit that he walks around in and stuff like that, so it's like the Mark 1 kind of thing. It's pretty funny. So there's some interesting stuff there. Alliance still sucks, but yeah, I don't know. Anybody got anything else they want to talk about?
I just want to say that I absolutely love this this profession calculator. I hope this is exactly the UI in the game.
Yeah.
And you should be able to tell me, since I don't have it.
Yeah, well, Well, we'll jump
This is awesome. This is exciting. I really hope it's not one of those things that turns into
hot mess.
it's not as good as it could have been. So
Yeah, we'll take a look at it, and we can talk about that next week. So you take a look at the calculators. We'll take a look at it in the beta, but maybe we'll go through it and stream it, and you can watch and just drool.
Jeez.
I can't wait. I'm excited. I mean, it's a month and a half. I can totally wait.
There's a lot.
Lich King has my attention for now. So
well, it's good. It's good that you're still got some interest in it, even if it's classic. Lich King's fun. Lich King's good. It's good to go through and do some of that stuff and be like, okay.
My hope is to kind of experience at least the part that I missed, and that was basically like, let's see, I played for the first 4 months, and then I got deployed for a year, and then came back. So I came back right as I think the Dungeon Finder was being implemented, maybe? I don't remember. But I'd like to experience the beginning, at least through Ulduar, because I do remember playing in the jousting stuff.
The Tournament of Champions.
Yeah, I don't think I was fully
Crusader.
back yet to enjoy it, but I was like lagging my way around trying to do stuff. But I would like to I'd like to enjoy at least the first part of the game that I originally missed, so a little bit of my reasoning behind it.
Hey, and you can enjoy it with your son too, right?
Yeah, having a blast. He tanked for us the other night. He tanked Utgard Keep, and it was scary, like how difficult it was for us. But yeah,
people forget them old dungeons are fucking rough.
So a lot of people are coming from BC, so they're pretty hardcore CC.
Yeah. They're pretty.
But you can only really take about 2 to 3 mobs.
Yeah.
At one time, whereas you couldn't really before. You might be able to do 2 if you're lucky. In at least the beginning of BC, that's what I remember. And here, if we were getting 3 to 4, we were struggling. So we wound up CCing just a little bit, and that's what I vaguely recall. I think it was face roll towards the end of Lich King, but as the beginning.
Oh yeah, end of Lich King, it didn't fucking matter, but
yeah.
Tanks didn't matter.
I like that. I actually like that too. That was actually fun, especially when it comes to getting badges. Ooh, can't wait. I'm so excited.
All right. Well, I don't know. Do you got anything? All right.
No, I'm just trying to be an evoker. I'm terrible at it.
Well, all right. Well, thanks everybody. It's been fun. You can check us out next week when hopefully we'll have a full review on the Evoker starting zone experience. Some deeper dive into the profession talent point stuff. And until then, check us out at facebook.com/server restart in. Choose a tweet at server_restart. And we'll catch you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.